Welcome to the court. I am its Jester. And today we are in mourning because Tenko died. And we have lost, in my opinion, what was the best character in this game. We never even got to finish all of her free times. It's a tragedy. Just look at her! Baddie down! Baddie down! Oh my god, we lost Tenko. Aww. And look at Himiko all sad. We had doomed Yuri. We had doomed Yuri. Oh my god. Why couldn't it have been Miyu? Why couldn't Miyu have died instead? Okay, let's look at Tenko. Oh, she's all curled up in a little ball. It was one-sided, Yuri. But it was Yuri nonetheless. And like, Himiko was all obsessed with Angie, which is just proof that Himiko has no taste in women. I mean, Tenko was right there. Tenko's dead body. She took her last breath, crouched over like this. According to the Monokuma file, her only injury is the stab wound to her neck. This wound was fatal. This must have caused instant death. I didn't hear a scream during the seance. Ah, wait. Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over. Would Tenko really keep her mouth shut despite the pain?
Nope.
Her death might not have been instant, but she couldn't have gone far before she bled out.
Huh?
What do you mean?
What's the point?
You were concerned about that, right?
Okay.
With a wound this deep, the victim is too shocked to do anything except die. You're speaking from experience?
That's obvious.
Of course. Quick deaths are my specialty. Well, that makes sense. I do love us having Maki as a support, just bringing up all of the information she knows about killing people. Okay, Maki, you are now taking Tenko's place as the most interesting character in this game. It was Atua. Atua did it. Atua killed them both.
By the way,
The real question is, what was she killed with? I don't see a murder weapon around. You're right. I don't see an obvious murder weapon. That could be a clue. Oh, look at her. Even in death, she's beautiful. I miss Tenko already. The marker stone. There's a rock next to Tenko's body. That must be... Please rest your forehead upon this stone marker I placed there. It's just a stone I brought from the courtyard. Are you sure it'll work? Certainly. It is merely needed as a marker for her forehead to rest upon. Like this? Tenko had her forehead on this rock, hunched over. She had to make herself small to fit inside the cage. Ah, this floorboard is loose. And it's the one right under Tenko.
Why?
Why is this floorboard loose?
If I remember correctly...
It wasn't like this before. It must have come loose during the seance.
Why?
Why would it come loose during the seance?
But...
A floorboard this thick and heavy wouldn't have come loose easily. Then someone must have loosened it on purpose. Oh, there's blood on top of the cage, too. This is the cage used in the seance.
Is this...
It looks to be around 3 feet high and 5 feet wide. It's a pretty large iron cage.
Okay.
Big enough for a person to fit inside. During the seance, Kokichi and I covered Tenko with the cage. We were supposed to remove it as well. But it was Himiko who rushed in and removed the cage first. Honestly, really a lot of adrenaline strength coming from Himiko to lift that cage.
Hey,
Hey, look at this.
is this...
A blood stain on the bottom of the cage. It's probably Tenko's blood, yes?
That's true.
Yes, I imagine so. This splatter must have been made when she was killed.
What do you mean?
Which means Tenko was killed while she was inside the cage. I think you're right. Tenko went under the cage before the seance. But when the cage was lifted after her seance, she was already dead.
Then...
If she was stabbed right when the cage was lifted, that would explain this bloodstain, right?
Huh?
Perhaps she wasn't killed during the seance, but the exact moment the cage was lifted. That is a possibility. Iron cage has been added to the truth bullet section of your monopad. Talk to Himiko. Oh god, I just realized, like, Himiko was the one who was gonna go in the cage for the seance, but Tenko said she'd do it instead. Oh, this could have been a dead Himiko.
Hey!
Himiko! Hey, Himiko! Be strong, Himiko! That's not how you comfort someone through grief. Gonta, if you shake Himiko that much, she's going to break.
But...
But she's not talking. It's like Himiko is not even there.
Like I thought.
She must have been really shocked over Tenko. Let's just leave her be for now. Okay. Himiko. Okay, let's talk to Gonta.
Why?
First Angie, then Tenko.
How can this be?
Gonta's so ashamed. Why Gonta no could protect friends. You know what? Tenko risking her life for a woman who did not return her feelings is the most lesbian thing that has ever happened. Maybe I like Tenko because I can relate to her. I too fancy women who treat me like dirt. I had a girl who I was dating and I broke up with her because she ignored me for an entire month. I broke up with her over a voicemail because she wasn't answering my calls. I keep thinking eventually they'll love me, and then they don't. Leave it to me. I will become the guiding light that shines on all of you. Oh yeah, Kibo's got his lights on. You're a very good lamp, Kibo. Oh, I remember. I found what button you slap things with again. I'm gonna slap Mew. I think Toko is lesbian Toko. No, Toko's bisexual Toko. She gave up on Byakuya and she went with Komaru. Good on Toko for that.
That cannot be.
Why? Why did this?
I knew it.
Kyo, I know the murder was pretty shocking.
But of course.
But of course I am shocked about that as well. But why did the seance fail? Because the person who was supposed to be the conduit died during it? We performed all the steps flawlessly. He seems more concerned about that than the murder.
Ah, yes.
Oh, if we perform the caged child again and summon Tenko's spirit this time, we are not doing it again, Korikyo.
This is stupid.
Cut the crap. Just tell me what happened during the seance. Both you and Shuichi were present, right? Did she get killed during the seance?
I see, yes.
True. It may be best to move past what happened, to know why the seance failed.
Is that so?
Whatever, just hurry up. At the time, in order to begin the seance, we had Tenko, the spiritual medium, position herself as a turtle within the magic circle, so her head touched the marker stone. Then Shuichi and Kokichi placed the cage over Tenko. And after that, I placed the white cloth over the cage. Then all four of us placed the wooden cage statue of the dog god on top of the cage. Afterwards, we stood in the corners of... Oh, I pressed the wrong button.
Yes.
Finally, we all sang the cage child song. The seance should have been complete, but... now that you mention it, I remember hearing the strange sound during the song. Hello! Yeah, that was the sound of Tenko being murdered. It's a mystery to me as well. I thought someone may have tripped, perhaps. That was a pretty loud sound for someone tripping. Perhaps Kyo knows something.
What do you mean?
And then what happened?
Yes.
We called out to her, but no reply came. I had Shuichi and Kokichi relight the candles. And we removed all the items from within the magic circle in the opposite order. First, the four of us removed the dog god statue. Next, we took off the white cloth, and then... Himiko ran over to the cage the moment she lifted it. Then it sounds like Tenko was definitely killed during the seance.
No.
But it would not be difficult in such darkness. But would it not be difficult in such darkness? Besides, she was inside the cage, yes? Then when was she killed?
Well, that's...
Yes, that's the problem.
I see, yes.
There is another problem.
How?
And that is, why ever did the seance fail? I simply cannot figure it out.
Perhaps.
Maybe someone moved from their corner. Did someone else sneak in here?
What's the point?
Obviously, since this seance was clearly a scam, Maki was never one to pull her punches. Oh god, we have to talk to Mew. This investigation is over and shut, and it's all thanks to me for giving Kibo his new function. You just gave us a lamp, pretty much. Now then, Kunt Fu's killer is obviously... Okay, fuck you, Mew. Fuck you. Fuck you. Before, I was kind of joking around a little bit in my dislike of Mew, because I didn't like Mew. I don't like Mew. I was playing it up for comedy to make it seem like I disliked her more than I did. But now that she called my fave of this game, who is dead, a cunt, I genuinely hate Mew. I really want her to die now. One of you stupid assholes who signed up to do this bullshit seances in the first place.
No.
No, not necessarily.
Huh?
Huh? Seriously? The seance was clearly set up to lure her in and kill her. How could someone who wasn't in the room kill her? Honestly, now I just want to, I hope it was Miu. It's not even that I think Miu was the killer, it's that I'm hoping Miu was the killer because I want to see Miu get executed.
Could it be...
So you believe that Tenko was killed during the seance?
Fucking moron!
There's no other possibility, shit for brains. God, don't you even know that? It's true that Tenko was alive before the seance began. This is the point of no return, Tenko. After this point, you mustn't speak. Next time you open your mouth, it will be Angie speaking through you. Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over. Tenko answered Kyo, so at that point, she was most certainly alive. But when the candles were relit, she'd already been killed. That means she was killed in the dark, I'm positive. What time exactly was Tenko killed after the candles were blown out? That may be an important point to this case.
Oh, man.
Man, what a lame function. You should have made him like a transformer or something. Miu does not even contribute to the murder investigation. He just roasts Kibo. I said things that made Tenko look suspicious. And now this. I'm sorry, Tenko.
Stop it.
Cry later.
What? Because.
Crying won't bring Tenko back, and if we don't investigate thoroughly, we'll die too.
Okay.
I need to find out the truth and pin down the culprit. For Tenko and all of us.
I guess.
You're right. Tenko would want us to figure it out so she'd have no regrets. That would be the best way to apologize. It's the wooden dog statue used in the seance. I believe it's called the Dog God. During the seance, this wooden statue was on top of the cage. It took 4 of us to remove it. This wooden statue is pretty heavy.
If I remember correctly...
Kyo said it was around 175 pounds. That's about the weight of 2 girls. No, it's not, Shuichi! Shuichi, I think the lowest weight that a girl could have and still be, like, not deathly underweight would be, like, maybe 110. So 110 plus 110 is, like, 220. Like, I think the minimum weight of a teenage girl that she could be at and not be dangerously underweight is 110 pounds. And even then, that's still, like, a very short, small girl.
What?
What do you know about girls? Have you even touched a woman besides your mother? Thank you, Maki. Gonna give her some snaps for that. What?
I'm kidding.
I'm kidding. Anyway, no, Shuichi showed everyone his entire ass right now. He doesn't know how much a woman should realistically weigh.
Is this...
If this heavy thing was on top of the cage, then Tenko wouldn't have been able to get out easily.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right about that. That didn't sound like you were kidding earlier. It's the white sheet we used for the seance. This was placed on top of the cage. Q was the only one who removed it.
Is this...
This cloth is pretty thick. It's similar to a Windows curtain, but it's completely opaque. And on the back, look, there's a blood stain on it, right around the middle of the sheet. But no hole in the fabric, which means Tenko wasn't stabbed through this cloth.
Okay.
She was stabbed while underneath the cloth. The magic circle Kyo drew on the floor, well, at least it was.
Oh dear.
It's been completely stomped over. I suppose it was unavoidable.
Well,
Was this drawn with salt?
Yes.
Whenever I perform a seance, I always use salt.
what?
Are you feeling alright? You sound ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous. I've performed many successful seances. Why, I've even had spirits enter my body.
I'm right already.
Shut up. I don't want to hear about your stupid delusions. Maki really doesn't beat around the bush. It's kind of refreshing, actually.
But
In any case, with all these footprints, I can't make out the original circle.
So what?
We'll find out in Kyo's lab. It should have been written in the Cage Dog Village document.
Hey,
Isn't that right, Kyo? He seems depressed. I suppose it makes sense. Candles hung on the wall. Oh, there's a hole in the corner of the room. There's a small opening in the corner of the room. It doesn't look big enough for a person to get through, but still.
is this?
A hole? Looks like there's space under here too. Hold on. I can see something below. It looks like something dropped down there.
huh?
What? Something dropped down there? Something was dropped from here?
Hey,
After we check everywhere else, why don't we go under the floor and see for ourselves?
You're right.
Right, let's do it.
by the way,
It seems pretty dark down there. What should we use for a light?
That's true.
Let's bring a candle. Kibo's light from up here, that should be fine.
okay.
Then then I'll go and get a candle. Remove that floorboard so we can go down there.
Okay.
Okay, got it. I pulled off some of the floorboards near the hole and took the candle from Maki. Then we carefully made our way through the hole and under the floor. Oh, there's so much fucking blood. This is a lot more spacious than I thought. You can move pretty easily on all fours.
Okay.
Let's look around for clues.
Well,
It'd look pretty stupid. It'd look pretty stupid if we found no clues after crawling around this dusty place.
Okay.
Yeah. Blood dripping from the gaps in the floorboards. Fresh blood. This is definitely Tenko's. There's blood stain on the ground underneath the loose floorboard. But that's pretty far from where Tenko's blood is dripping down. It's under the same floorboard, just at different ends. Why is there blood here?
hey,
Hey, the back of the floorboard has blood on it too.
Ah,
You're right. There's a little bit of blood on the underside of this floorboard.
what do you mean?
Did Tenko's blood splatter here when she got killed?
that's true.
I wonder. I can't really be sure yet.
Okay.
But these blood stains here are completely dry. There must be some reason these particular stains are dry. Oh great, there's a sickle. There's a sickle here and it's covered and there's blood all over it.
Okay.
The blood on the sickle is fresh. This is it. This is the murder weapon.
Is this?
This came from my research lab.
Huh?
It did?
Well,
A sickle can be used to assassinate a target. It can be thrown without losing any lethality, and you can hide it under your clothes too.
Well,
If she was attacked with this, she wouldn't stand a chance. The blade is about 6 inches.
that's right.
And since Teko was in the cage, she wouldn't have been able to defend herself.
but
But even if this is our murder weapon, how did the culprit attack Tenko in the cage? The blade could fit through the gaps in the cage, but could it reach her neck?
That's true.
The cage is 3 feet high. If you were to stab into it with a 6-inch blade, well, it would depend on Tenko's posture, but I don't think it's impossible. Then her posture is the question.
Hey,
If the weapon is down here, the culprit must have thrown it away, right?
that's true.
Perhaps after killing Tenko, the culprit threw the sickle under the floor in the dark. Or they could have been under the floor the entire time. Either of those is possible. Ah, look. Part of the cross piece that supports the floorboard is cut off.
That's true.
It's near the loose floorboard, and the portion missing is about the same width too. And from what I can see of it,
That's true.
it wasn't broken off naturally. This was cut by someone. There should be saws in the warehouse, so they could have used that. The question is why? Another cross piece is supporting the floorboard, so it might not fall if this portion is missing.
Then...
So what purpose did this serve? A floorboard underneath Tenko's body is loose, and the cross pieces supporting it has been cut. If the culprit did all of this, then why? I think oh, the hole. Some of the wood has been corroded and broken off. You can see into the next room.
Hey,
Is this the wall of the empty room, right? It looks like there's wood all along the wall. This part is rotted away. It looks like natural rot. This hole wasn't made intentionally. But I can get into the next room through here.
that's true.
And if I remember correctly, the room next door is also empty. Then the culprit could have gone from room to room by moving under here instead of using the hallway.
No.
True, but it would have been difficult moving around under the floor. We did it all right because we had a light. Without it, it'd be pitch black. That might make it impossible to move around in here.
Nope.
Then they could have used a light, like we're doing right now.
Well,
True. They used a light to move around under the floor. Is that possible? I think we finished investigating here.
is that all right?
Maki, you want to head back? Glad you asked. I was starting to get fed up with all the dust. After Maki and I crawled out from under the floor, we put the floorboards back and returned to our investigation.
By the way,
We're only investigating this room. You sure that's wise?
Huh?
What do you mean?
because...
If Angie and Tenko have different killers, then the blackened we need to vote for is...
You're right.
The culprit for the first murder. The culprit who killed Angie. That's what Monokuma said.
Then...
So instead of investigating Tenko's death, shouldn't we be investigating Angie's?
Okay.
Yes, of course.
But
But this is bigger than the killing game. For the sake of the two who died, I need to reveal the truth of both their deaths. I understand why you feel that way. But if you plan on investigating the other crime scene again, you should probably hurry. I do think it is an interesting concept for someone to kill a person and then not get in trouble for it, and everyone else is just stuck living with, like, what they did. When I came to the hallway, a scene more surprising than I could have ever imagined unfolded. What the fuck?! We're having three- Oh, you bitch! You bitch, Kokichi! Did I surprise you? Were you gonna scream and cry in terror? You bitch! You little bitch! You know what? Honestly, I respect it. Honestly, I freaking respect Kokichi for this. This made me like him more. Tenko, you've been replaced.
huh?
What are you doing? Why? Why did you do this?
Oh?
Oh, sorry, I'm just a little lightheaded from the blood loss. Yeah, this is real blood. What happened?
Why?
Okay, so what are you doing? I got curious about something, so I decided to search the empty room next door. And then suddenly, I stepped through the floorboard.
Huh?
You stepped through the floorboard?
That's so mean.
Jeez, that got me good. Because of this, I tripped and fell pretty hard.
Got a minute?
If you're going to lose consciousness, do it after you tell us everything. I feel like we should do something.
Ah.
Sorry, my bad. Like, Kokichi has a pretty serious head wound right now. I think we should be more concerned. I guess there was no cross piece supporting this floorboard, so I kind of stepped through. What bad luck. The cross piece was gone? Does that mean...
Huh?
Confidence! Dreams! That's what the killing game is all about! Killing game fans! Hold your head high and watch with your own two eyes! Baseball, soccer, mobile games! They're all nothing compared to the killing game! The killing game just can't be beat! Behold, students, the entrance to the trial grounds!
I guess time's up.
Oh.
Aw, man, it's because of you guys. I didn't have enough time to check up something. What were you trying to check?
See?
I wanted to research the seance again, so I brought the document with me. But unfortunately...
Man.
I couldn't find anything new that could be used as a clue. Hio perfectly reenacted the seance as what was written in the document. He drew this magic circle the same exact way as this picture. Not only that, he used the same exact tools too. Nothing suspicious about this whole thing. At the class trial. So see you there. Oh my god. I think this class trial has the potential to be really freaking funny just by the fact that Kaito is going to be too sick to contribute and Kokichi is going to be too suffering from a head injury to contribute. Like, if we go into the class trial and Kokichi's this still covered in blood and still very obviously concussed, I think this would be really interesting. Kokichi, you're not okay. Kokichi left, the blood loss clearly affecting his footing a bit. He's just going to the class trial like that. Let's go to, I think maybe we should, like, one of us should, like, help hold up Kokichi and support him so he doesn't fall or faint. We gotta get that boy a juice box or something.
That's true.
Yeah, okay. Is Maki nervous? I see, so even she gets nervous sometimes.
You wanna die?
What are you staring at? Do you wanna die? I mean, once I finish all the Danganronpa games, like, I'll probably eventually get around to playing fan games on stream. Yeah, I just heard that one that I was excited about got canceled. Because everything fell apart. Yeah, that, I heard about that.
Oh dear.
It would appear we have all gathered, but it seems there are less and less of us. Yeah, we're down like 2 people this time.
Oh.
Less friends mean it much harder to solve mystery.
Don't worry.
Well, don't worry. I'm sure you've gotten a little smarter by now, Ganta. Is Kokichi... I really am going to be so disappointed if we don't get concussed Kokichi this trial. I just think it would be so funny if Kokichi was, like, concussed the entire time. Yeah, Ganta do his best to help. If you want to graduate from super idiot level to at least Kaito idiot level...
What?
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Are you okay?
More importantly, are you okay, Kaito?
Ah.
Yeah, I'm feeling better now. But wow, Maki Roll sure does pack a punch.
I don't know.
It's your fault. You don't need to worry about our dwindling numbers. Only dipshits have died so far. Fuck you. Fuck you. I hope you die next.
That being said,
I know it's a tall order, but try to use your brains this time so I don't have to use mine. I need Miyu to be the culprit. I need Miyu to be the one who did it so I can watch her die.
hoo-yah!
Those golden brain cells of mine are a gift to the entire world.
Unacceptable.
It's as though every time you open your mouth, you become less likable.
Rest in peace.
Atua, please, lend us your power. Shut the fuck up about Atua. We're done with that.
But
It may be difficult for us to rely on Atua, considering what happened to Angie, who Atua loved most of all.
well, you know.
She shouldn't have relied on Atua in the first place. But seriously, it's kind of funny seeing a robot believe in God, especially Atua.
I also.
So what? Robots can believe in God?
Indeed.
Actually, even before I met Angie, I had a similar experience. Hearing voices, I mean. That's concerning. Oh, I have heard of Danganronpa another 1 and 2. I have heard that one sounds good. You might call it an inner voice. It tells me what to do whenever I'm in trouble.
Got a minute?
How long are you going to say that for? Atua and Ghost don't matter right now.
Jeez.
Yeah, the trial this time is going to be rough. We got caught in Monokuma's trap.
Huh?
His
That's
trap?
right.
He probably made the 4th floor so scary on purpose to prevent me from investigating.
All right already.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way.
Hey, so
Shuichi, say something.
Huh?
What should I say? Okay, let's do this. It seems that Kokichi is coherent, which is a bummer. I was really looking forward to concussed Kokichi. As usual, we walked toward the elevator in silence. As soon as we remaining survivors stepped aboard. We descended. Perhaps because there were fewer of us, the elevator seemed to move faster. And so we fell faster and faster downward into the black. And the elevator stopped, just like always. The doors parted slowly. The light shines on us from the other side, the bright light of the future. Or is it?
Uh-oh.
Boy, they look really depressed. Must be because there's even less participants now. Don't say they look depressed. You'll make Monodam sad. As much as I'd love to keep this adorable back and forth,
Now then,
let's hurry up and get this started.
extreme!
At last, the class trial will begin. I hope you enjoy it to your heart's content. The third class trial was about to begin. Angie, the ultimate artist, she created the Ultimate Academy Student Council to try and prevent the killing game. She started a cult. Let's not rewrite history just because she's dead. Then Tenko, the ultimate Aikido master. She hated men, but I knew that she hated this terrible killing game even more. The two who were killed were both trying to stop the killing. And who was that killed, and who was the one that killed them? Was it one person? Two different people? We need to pin that down in this class trial. In order to live, we have to find the truth. And I will fight for it. We'll fight for the truth and lies in this case. Yes, I would like to save. Thank you very much, game. Thank you for asking. Okay, what do we got for skills? We have 11 points. We cannot afford a lot. Saint Miko's ability. Silences all conversations except those the receptacle is on, effective during mass panic debates. Instantly silences loud voices, effective during mass panic debates. The key word in the first speaker's argument will be shown from the start during scrum debates. Oh yeah, makes it easier to push someone back during a blade lock. I'm gonna consider that one and look at the others real quick. Okay. We got one. Begin class trial.
Ahem. Now then, let's begin with the basic explanation of the class trial. During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is, and vote for who done it. Vote correctly, and only the blackened will be punished. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the Blackened, and that person will graduate from this academy. Also, refusing to vote will result in your death, so you better vote for someone. Now, smiles, everyone! It's showtime! Let's get this crazy awesome trial underway!
Sorry, everyone. I don't think I'm gonna be much help this time. Because of Monokuma's disruptions, I couldn't do a thorough investigation.
It's okay that you were sick, Kaito. People catch colds.
I can tell Monokuma is overcompensating to hide his self-consciousness.
Next time, spend less time fixing your hair and more time investigating, spaceman!
Shut up! I don't need to hear some comedy act from you two weirdos.
Who did it?
Oh, she's pissed.
Who killed Angie and Tenko?
Do not let your emotions hasten your judgment. There may be two killers.
So, our other culprit might not be one of us here.
Hmm? What do you mean?
The transfer student.
Oh my fucking god, shut up. Tsumugi, go in the corner. You've lost speaking privileges.
Maybe our resurrected transfer student dragged Angie and Tenko into the grave.
Go sit in the corner.
Stop it! Stop making stuff up!
Say something, Shuichi. It'll be a mess if this keeps going on.
I'm not even gonna dignify this with words. I'm just gonna walk over to her podium and bitch slap her. This kind of stupidity can't be reasoned with verbally. This kind of stupidity needs to be knocked out of someone with the backside of your hand. Is it even possible for a revived corpse to be a culprit? Well, in interest of being thorough, I should clear things up here. This is just like when Kyoko showed up in the final trial and we had to waste time explaining that she was not a ghost, even though Hiro was super insistent she was a ghost. But you know what? Hiro had enough charm to pull it off as being funny. Tsumugi does not. I'm serious. I would slap someone for this in real life. I'm not a violent woman, but I would fucking bitch slap
This
her.
crime was committed by the recently deceased.
Shut up.
They came back to life and killed 2 of our classmates.
No!
Kaito, stop freaking out.
So, ritual did work?
No!
That's wrong!
This is stupid. You're all stupid. Maki is
I
the
don't
only.
think Angie's ritual succeeded.
Maki and Shuichi are the only bitches in this room I respect.
According to the Necronomicon Monokuma showed us, you have to burn the Necronomicon in the ritual. If Angie's ritual had succeeded, the book would have been gone.
So she must have been killed before the ritual was complete, since the book was still intact.
Then, going to think Rantaro probably not culprit.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Well, duh. There's no way a dead person could resurrect.
Now hold on a second. I can't let that comment stand. Sure, everybody knows that you can't bring the dead back to life. But it's easy at the Ultimate Academy, as long as you use the Necronomicon.
What are you talking about? There's no way that's possible.
But it's true. I never lie about motives.
Daddy said so he can't be wrong. Raising the dead is totally possible.
Man, I can't believe you guys wasted such a perfectly good motive. You should have let me use it to bring Monodum back to life.
Monodum's not dead.
Monodum is still alive, though.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't waste a resurrection on Monodum's corpse.
Oh? So resurrecting the dead was actually possible this whole time?
There's no way it's possible!
There's no way that could happen, idiots. Monokuma is trying to confuse us. Let's hurry up and find out who the Blackened is.
If our transfer student isn't the culprit, then blame falls to one of us.
Who did it?
Step aside, Half Pint. I'll handle this.
No.
I don't know about Tenko, but I'm pretty fucking sure Kyo murdered Angie.
What? Why?
Don't play dumb with me, Creepshow. I already know what happened. The culprit used a katana to kill Angie. And it was found in Kyo's research lab. Which makes you, Kyo, automatically suspicious.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see?
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo.
I did not care about some katana.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom, broke in, and murdered the fuck out of Angie! Oh yeah! I'm a fucking genius!
I want to punch her in the twat. I want to punch her where it will hurt the most. Is Korakio really the culprit? Does that story fit the facts of this case?
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie. And it was found in Kyo's research lab. Which makes you, Kyo, automatically suspicious. But anyone could have taken that katana, you see. So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo. I did not care about some katana. Just admit it, you shitty worm! You went to the classroom,
That's wrong! No, Kyo would not have been able to enter Angie's lab. Isn't that right, Tsumugi?
Yeah. Before Angie locked herself up in her research lab, she said she wasn't going to open up for anyone but student council members.
And Kyo is not a member. She wouldn't have opened the door for him.
Kyo couldn't have killed Angie even if he wanted to.
I had no desire to kill her in the first place.
So whoever killed Angie must have been one of the student council members, yeah?
I was doing a bit to lead you to the right answer. Can't believe you actually got it.
Oh, how clever.
You can just ignore her, Gonta.
The remaining student council members are Gonta, Kibo, Tsumugi, and Himiko.
Well, it can't be Himiko. She was besties with Angie. I trust their friendship. You guys do too, right?
Yeah, of course.
Can we trust their friendship so readily?
Obviously. Let's believe in them.
That trims our list of suspects down to 3. Gonta, Tsumugi, and Kibo.
Yep. The culprit is one of those 3 people.
You mean one of those 2 people? 'Cause a robot ain't people, Jack!
Everyone's so mean to Kibo.
I will let that remark slide. Anyway, aren't these accusations just a tad too hasty?
What ifs? The culprit should confess already. Gonta, Keyboy, or Tsumugi? Well,
I don't know, probably Tsumugi. She was going on with the ghost shit pretty hard.
No, not Gonta. Gonta would never kill Angie.
Yeah, Gonta's a gentleman. You shouldn't suspect either of us.
I kind of want to believe it's you, just because you pissed me off with that whole ghost thing earlier, and now I want to see you die for it.
Hey, stick up for me too.
Kibo,
Gonta
I forget you're
definitely
here
not
sometimes.
hurt anyone. Torture Gonta if you don't believe.
Torture might be a bit too far, but Gonta and I aren't the culprits.
And I'm not the culprit either. Jeez.
I really genuinely just kind of sometimes forget, oh yeah, we got a robot with us.
I'm not the culprit.
You're not the culprit.
We must consider other
gentlemen.
possibilities. Surely there must be suspects
Gentlemen,
outside the
not
student
betray
council.
student council.
that's utterly
Have an alibi
impossible.
for last night?
A dead shit
Not just
can't be the
anyone can open
culprit!
that door.
Why?
Only student
Much better
council
than being
members had
out too late
access.
at night.
I don't know who the culprit is.
I heard it.
No, it wasn't just student council members that could have opened that lab door.
What was it you said earlier about Kyo opening the door, Shuichi? Unless Unless you're a student council member, you can't enter Angie's lab, right?
I was referring to Kyo. He couldn't have done it, but you could have. Because I saw you open the classroom lock by picking it.
Oh, that happened? I totally forgot.
So you're going to pretend you don't remember, huh?
Quit glaring at me like that. Of course I remember. Yeah, I did it. I killed Angie.
I'm not even mad at him for it, honestly.
Wait, what? What did you just say?
I picked the lock to her lab, snuck into the room, and then wham! Killed Angie. The culprit was me, all along.
What?
What are you saying? Is this some kind of joke?
I mean, probably. We've been in the trial for like maybe 20 minutes. This is way too soon for the culprit to be revealed.
Nah, no joke. I thought that if I confessed, I could atone for my sins. And it helped. I feel so much better. Whew!
Wait, so Kokichi really is culprit?
So many of these characters are so stupid.
No, he's lying. I think. Maybe?
He's lying. I'm certain of it.
No, definitely not a lie. I killed Angie. Shouldn't you guys believe the culprit when they confess?
Then let me ask you, culprit. How did you lock the room?
Huh? Well, it's the same as opening it. You pick the door closed from the outside.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Huh? What doesn't make sense? Can't you lock a door by picking it?
Maybe, but that's not how the culprit locked the room. They used a different method.
What different method? Yeah, Mumbles. Use your big boy voice and explain yourself.
There were 2 doors to the classroom, and the one locked last was. That's it! The back door. That's how they made this a locked room mystery.
The back door had a sliding lock, yes? How was it locked from the outside?
The culprit used a certain tool.
The tool that the culprit used to lock the sliding door from the outside was... Oh, we're doing this.
I see it! The gold leaf katana that was stabbed into Kaede's effigy. The culprit used that to hit the knob of the sliding lock to lock the door.
So the gold leaf was on the sliding lock because...
Because when the katana hit the lock, some of the gold leaf rubbed off on it. The gold leaf on that katana did peel rather easily.
That evidence rings a bell. Specifically, a school bell.
Huh? Are you talking about a different school? What school was it?
Now, that doesn't matter anymore. Let's not dwell on the past.
Ooh, the gold leaf landed on the sliding lock when the katana touched it. So that means the culprit used the katana to move the sliding lock, right? But wait, how did they move it with a katana? And from outside Angie's lab?
The clue that might give us the answer is the layout of the area itself. It was an odd setup after all. The katana stabbed into the effigy. The effigies hung upside down.
Angie didn't do that as part of the ritual?
No. Nowhere in the Necronomicon did it say you had to hang the effigies.
If it was not part of the ritual, then it must have been for a different purpose, right?
A different purpose. What could it have been? The culprit somehow used the setup to lock the room. In that case, I need to know the reason behind every step of that setup. If I do that, that way the culprit locked the room should be clear. Oh, where in the oh god, it's time to pick up hookers. Shuichi, your mind is a deep, dark, and disturbing place, and I do not like being in it. Remember Hajime? Remember how he was just riding the wave of truth? Because he was a pure-hearted boy? Contrary to what all of the fanfiction of him and Nagito looks like? What turned the handle on the sliding door? Katana's killed. There is now a prostitute in our car. This gives me such unwavering disgust towards Shuichi. Like, really, fuck Shuichi. He's a dirty-minded, degenerate male. Tenko was right about him. You're a sick boy, Shuichi. You're a dirty, dirty boy. I'm so disappointed. You know, it takes a truly depraved mind to come up with this kind of game.
That's it. The reason the culprit stuck the katana into the effigy was so that it would hit the sliding lock as the effigy spun.
Effigy spun?
That's right. If you spun the effigy, the rope it was hanging from would twist. Then, if you let it go, the rope would unwind and the effigy would spin the other way. And of course, the katana would spin with it.
I see. So the culprit used the katana's counterspin to push the lock into place?
The culprit simply needed to spin the effigy's rope and then swiftly leave. This would cause the spinning katana to hit the sliding lock. And thus was the back door of an empty classroom locked from the inside.
Yes, that's how Angie's lab was locked. By using the effigy with the katana.
A plan born from the heart of a sword traveling through the air to intercept us. Oh, but could it have moved the slide lock so easily?
The sliding lock was pretty loose. A little push could move it. As long as the spinning katana hit the lock, it would have slid into position.
Even if the culprit failed the first couple times, they could keep trying until it locked.
Which is why the culprit chose to strike at nighttime, as to avoid detection.
Yes, since the student council prohibited anyone from walking around at nighttime.
Are you saying it's the student council's fault?
I didn't say that.
In any case, the culprit probably used the murder weapon for this trick. It had to have been the right length to hit the sliding lock from the effigy.
The culprit couldn't find a blade long enough in my lab, so they settled for the katana.
The other effigies were only hung up so we'd think it was some kind of ceremony. That way, we wouldn't notice the lock trick.
But Kokichi did say earlier that he could have picked the lock closed. I I don't want to completely ignore that possibility. But I can't imagine the culprit would have done all this just for a distraction.
If that's the case, then Kokichi's confession earlier was actually...
Seriously? You fucking lied again?
Getting upset with Kokichi for lying is like getting upset with a fish for swimming.
Cough it up, Kokichi!
Man, you guys got me. Okay, I'm not the culprit.
You're telling the truth this time, right?
I want to say I'm lying, but I'm not.
Why did you say you were the culprit?
I wanted to lure the culprit out. If I claim to be the culprit, then the real culprit would agree as well. You get me? And if they pressured me to confess, then that would have looked mighty suspicious. Sheesh. Darn it. It didn't go my way because Shuichi butted in on my plan.
You and your fucking lies! Go sit in the corner and play with yourself!
Okay, I'll start right now.
Put it away. Pants on. Kokichi, pants on. Pants on. Do not take them out.
All right, so who's the asshole who set up this locked room mystery?
Mew, I can't hold it up anymore.
What's the matter? You going soft on me now?
Who made the locked room mystery doesn't matter, since anyone could have done it. Don't you even understand something as basic as that, you filthy cum dumpster?
Cum dumpster! Finally! Someone finally called me a cum dumpster!
We need to put her down. She's too far gone. Euthanasia is the only humane decision here.
What should we talk about now?
Okay, who's gonna be the one to administer the needle? I can't do it. I am in the 3D world. One of you in the 2D world is going to be the one to have to put Mew to sleep.
We must focus not on the locked room, but on who entered Angie's lab. Only one of the student council members or Kokichi could have gained entry. Therefore, the culprit must be among their number.
That leaves us with 4 suspects. Tsumugi, Gonta, Kibo, and Kokichi.
Don't forget Himiko. She's also a part of the student council. Doesn't matter if she was besties with Angie, she's still a suspect.
That contradicts what you said earlier, which I can prove using my recording function.
It's fine. That's just a waste of time.
Me? A suspect? Never kill Angie!
So, calling all suspects, what should we discuss next? I want to hear everyone's opinion. What would you say to get yourself off the suspect list?
Why are you trying to lead the debate? You're a suspect too.
Silence, outsider! Only the suspect rangers are allowed to speak.
Suspect rangers?
This is kangaroo court.
I agree. Those under suspicion should explain themselves thoroughly.
catch them with their pants down.
Anyway, I want to ask the suspect, Rangers. What should we talk about? What should we say to get ourselves off the suspect list? Well, guys, I want to hear what you think.
That's sort of a difficult question, you know?
Gonta not smart enough to know answer to that.
Yes, it is difficult to formulate a logical response to that question.
Not articulate with words, huh? Don't you guys want to prove your innocence?
They don't trust you one bit, and I don't blame them. You're probably plotting.
Why did Tenko have to die?
Huh?
I want to know what happened to Angie too, but... Can we talk about Tenko's case now and not just Angie?
I got you exactly where I wanted, Himiko.
Kokichi, you are like fresh off a concussion.
What do you mean?
The two victims could have been killed by two separate murderers, you know. So we need to find the first Blackened responsible for the first victim. We've got to figure out who killed Angie. Until we solve Angie's case, Tenko's case is meaningless. Did you suggest that to waste our time?
It's not meaningless!
Himiko?
Tenko's death was meaningless? How dare you! Poor Tenko! How could you do this to her? Himiko.
Himiko, stop it with your crappy lies.
I think Kokichi might be a sociopath.
Lies?
Everything you said is total BS. You didn't give two shits about Tenko when she was alive.
I mean, he's spitting facts.
But now you're like, oh no, poor Tenko, after she's dead. Come on, really?
Kokichi, enough!
Why? He's saying the truth.
No. It's okay. It's no surprise he'd think that. I know I ignored Tenko before. That's why I'm so upset now. I should have faced Tenko. Worked things out with her while she was still alive. But now, it's too late. I can't complain to her or thank her. It's too late.
Yeah, seriously. It's way too late to realize that now.
Holy shit.
Our only option is to face her death head on.
Yeah. Face her death?
Himiko, I understand what you're going through. So I'm gonna help you out. Let's work together to find the truth. I'm not gonna let anyone say her death didn't matter.
Kaito. All right. I'll put a silencing curse on whoever calls Tenko's death meaningless. The name of the curse is Death Curse. I suppose being dead would silence someone pretty good.
Listen up. All you guys are gonna help out too. Abandoning someone who died and only thinking about your own survival. That's just as bad as a hit and run. I won't forgive something so messed up.
Tenko was our friend. Gonta wanna know why she died too.
I already told you that's so unnecessary. We're getting sidetracked here.
No, even if it was a different culprit, we need to know how Tenko died. If we don't find out who killed her, we won't be able to work together. Not now, not ever. Even if this trial isn't for her, in order for us to survive. We need to get to the bottom of Tenko's death. Not just to survive this trial, but so we can keep going and live on!
Kaito.
Finally, you noticed. Jeez, you're so slow.
Huh? Did Kokichi want us to notice?
Don't listen to his crap. We haven't decided whether there were two different culprits yet.
Let us talk about Tenko's case then. Perhaps that will provide us a clue.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't mind going over Tenko's case. But that was an abrupt change of topic. Was that intentional?
So what do we talk about first?
For now, let's see if we can narrow down the list of suspects.
Crotch probably got killed during the seance, so everyone there's suspicious.
Crotch!
The people who attended the seance. The people who attended the seance were Korokia, Shuichi, Himiko,
That's it! It was me, Kyo, Himiko, and Kokichi.
So those four are the culprits!
Oh, Himiko's still culprit?
Well, that's probably just a coinkydink. The most suspicious out of the four is really Kyo. He suggested the whole seance idea.
True, I may have suggested it, but I explained the procedure beforehand, yes? If we all knew of it before the murder, then we are all equally suspicious.
Well, I suppose, but...
In addition, the seance wasn't entirely in my control either. I was not the one who selected the room we performed it in. It was Himiko.
Oh, right.
Also, we should not limit our suspects to only those who participated in the seance. The empty room had a point of entry from outside, you see.
a point of entry from outside. He must be referring to... No, there was the point of entry from outside. Yeah, we're getting fucked here, man. I don't know, Shuichi. I'm sorry. The hole! It was the hole! Okay, there.
There!
I didn't click it first. I clicked the wall by mistake. That's why I got mixed up.
You're talking about under the floor, right?
Huh? Under the floor?
Yes, there's a crawl space under the floor a person can move through. There was also a hole that connected it to the neighboring room.
If the culprit used the hole, they could have entered and exited the seance room.
If we consider that possibility, then there is another suspect.
Another suspect? Who?
It's appearing before me.
What?
Oh, I can see it clearly. The true identity of Tenko's killer. The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function.
Huh? Now, hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance!
I said hold on a second!
He used his robot functions to commit the murders.
Hold on a second!
It's true that with a little light, you could move around under the floor. But is that possible? Well, we'll answer that question in about 5 minutes. I'm hungry and I'm gonna go grab a snack. I'll be right back. What were we doing again?
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function.
Huh? Now, hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance!
I said hold on a second.
He used his robot functions to commit the murders.
Hold on a second!
The culprit
sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor. Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see,
villain had a light.
That's wrong!
Everyone else would have seen the light, you know?
I don't think the culprit could have used a light while under the floor. There was a hole in the corner of the room. If a light were used, it would have leaked through and we would have seen it.
but when we did the seance, the room was definitely pitch black.
So a light was not shined under the floor, which means you cannot claim I am the culprit.
Geez, here I thought this would be the case where the murder could only be done by a robot.
You have accused me of being the culprit more than once now, simply because I am a robot.
Well, I don't trust AI, okay, man? Have you seen the environmental ramifications of it? There are people who are getting data centers built into their, like, states or their towns or whatever, and then for some reason, instead of the AI company paying their own electrical bill, the extra cost of electricity for keeping that data center up and running is being spread out and divided amongst the other people who live there, making their electrical bills go up by hundreds of dollars. If someone built an AI data center near where I lived and I had to pay extra money on my electrical bill because of that, I would burn that data center down. I don't even care if this is incriminating. I don't care if this gets played back in court against me one day. I would commit so much arson. I would not let that stand. I would not.
My status as a robot does not mean I am capable of performing superhuman feats. My vision is somewhat poor, and I only possess average physical strength and intelligence.
Then why were you built in the first place, bro?
All right, you made your point. God, now I feel sort of bad for you.
Yeah, Kibo sucks.
I neither want nor need your pity.
Oh, fuck it!
Enough with the flashlight! It's way too bright!
It would have been difficult to move around under the floor in that pitch black darkness. Maybe the floor and the hole have nothing to do with this case.
Then why was floorboard under Tanko lined up funny? Gonta think that was so culprit could stab Tanko from under floor.
Ooh, nice observation, Gonta. Are you finally getting used to the class trials?
Uh-huh. Thank you.
Don't say it like that. You're better off not being used to this kind of stuff.
Maybe they marked Tenko with glowing paint and looked for that. That'd let the culprit find her. Then they could stab her through the floorboards.
Tsumugi, that sounds so fucking stupid. I want to revoke your speaking privileges.
Boy, that sounds really familiar too. But I'm just gonna ignore it.
Oh wait, that's what Nagito did with the knife.
Her corpse didn't have any trace of glowing paint, though.
Oh, yeah. So then why was that floorboard loose?
The loose floorboard was the one under Tenko, right? If the culprit used it while she was still alive, she'd totally notice.
Who fucking cares? Fussing over that won't get us closer to the culprit!
We shouldn't dismiss this line of inquiry, however. Instead of butting our heads against this, how about we concentrate on another issue?
What other issue?
Perhaps first, we should figure out how and when exactly Tenko was killed.
When? So not during seance?
Tenko was in the metal cage for the whole seance, wasn't she? How could someone have gotten to her?
Maybe the culprit killed her before she went under the metal cage.
That's not possible. She was alive at that point. Yes, she was unmistakably alive when the seance began.
That was right before we blew out the candles. But when the light came back...
The floorboard was removed at that point, so it's likely she was already dead then.
So she was killed when the room was dark?
But she was inside Cage, right? Going to think it impossible to kill her then.
And she wasn't killed when the room was dark. It was a different time.
When?
A different time?
How the fuck should I know? You figure it out, shitheads.
Huh?
Since Gonta said it was impossible, I'm proposing an alternate theory. Now hurry up and think! If you want to make my golden brain tingle, start circle jerking your limp dick brains! When Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time, and she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment Cage was lifted?
Ooh, like that.
When Cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tenko real fast. So fast, no one saw.
Oh my!
So who lifted the cage?
It was me.
Then obviously Himiko is the culprit!
There's no doubt!
Can we please just get Miyu out of the room? Can we please get Miyu out of here? That might not be impossible, but there's no evidence for it.
When Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time.
She was dead when the cage was lifted. What about moment cage was lifted?
That's wrong! No, it wasn't possible to kill her the moment the cage was lifted. Because the inside of the white cloth had Tenko's blood on it. That cloth was removed before the cage was lifted. If Tenko was stabbed then, there wouldn't be blood on the cloth.
What? But how could my golden brain be wrong when it felt so right?
You're a sick woman, Miu.
The only possibility is that Tenko was killed during the seance.
I got your remodel right here! No, it's still wrong to think that Tenko was killed during the seance.
Miu, you're so stupid.
What?
I'm gonna prove it right now. My golden brain is gonna go all out!
You know what? It's a really good thing that I am not in the Danganronpa verse. Because if I was in this game, this specific game, not the first two weren't as bad. I would definitely be spending a majority of the class trial bitch slapping everyone I thought was stupid. Anytime someone started making a stupid argument, I would not try to reason with them or give evidence countering them. I would just slap them. I would just slap them until they shut up. I want to slap Miu. There's no rule against beating the shit out of someone during a class trial.
Tenko died after the seance.
This is so stupid.
Happened when the sheet was lifted. That was the moment the culprit chose to stab the fuck out of Tenko through the cage. They stuck the thin blade through the gaps of the cage. And that clean white sheet got stained blood red!
But the weapon was a sickle. Only the blade could have fit through the gaps.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed. She wasn't that far from the cage's gaps. In which case, the person who lifted the sheet is the culprit, and that's none other than Kyo! The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed. She wasn't that far from the cage's gaps. In which case, the person who lifted the sheet is the... And that's none other than Kyo!
Oh, I forgot you're supposed to press Y button when using your counter evidence.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
I'll cut through your words. Wait just a minute. Tenko wasn't sitting down inside the cage. She was bent over with her forehead against the marker stone. And the cage itself was about 3 feet tall. The sickle's blade was too short to reach Tenko while she was in that position.
I messed up again? How could this happen? I am so embarrassed.
Miu, I didn't want to have to say this, but you're a whore. And you know what happens to whores in their line of work? They get pimp slapped when they step out of line. And no one is slapping you. And that is why your behavior has gotten so bad.
No worries, Mew. Everyone already knows you're an embarrassment to the human race.
I do want to be on the record. I am not okay with prostitutes getting brutalized. It's just Miu I want to get brutalized. I want someone to beat the shit out of Miu.
Yeah, no worries.
How embarrassing!
Can we literally just kill her now, please?
If Shuichi is right, then it's impossible for Tenko to have been killed through the cage.
She couldn't have been killed during the seance since she was in the cage, right?
I think the reason that Miu is such a bad character is that all of the writing for her was done with one hand.
If she was killed then, the cloth over the cage would have been pierced.
Not during the seance or from below the floor. Then it's impossible, isn't it?
Yeah, for a living person.
Huh?
What if Angie's spirit killed Tenko?
What are you talking about? That's not possible.
We don't know that. Some things are impossible for a human, but not for a spirit.
Don't say stupid stuff like that. Screw spirits.
Stop that now.
Angie's spirit killed Tenko?
We are not.
Why?
We are not going to say a ghost did it. We're not gonna be that stupid. Everyone. I think Shuichi, Kokichi, and Maki are the only ones that I don't want to slap.
Himiko?
Why would Angie's spirit kill Tenko?
Angie was kind of a bitch.
What if Tenko killed Angie, and then Angie's spirit came back for revenge?
Like I said, that's impossible. Spirits can't be culprits.
I want to kill all of you.
Then explain how the culprit killed Tenko under these impossible circumstances.
I'm gonna light you on fire.
Well,
See? You can't explain, can you? Only a spirit could have done it!
Wait, I know. What if the culprit was hiding inside the cage? If they were in there, they could have stabbed Tenko during the seance.
No. If there was someone else in the cage, we would have
I agree with
noticed.
Kaito. The culprit could have been inside the cage.
Nonsense. There was no space in the cage for the culprit to hide.
Maybe the culprit wouldn't need to hide in the first place.
What?
Also, the culprit could have killed her in the cage at any time. I think you know what I'm getting at, right?
The they she's referring to. Oh, are we gonna... Tenko could have killed herself, but I don't know why she would do that.
I believe Maki is referring to Tenko herself.
What did you say? Are you saying Tenko is the culprit?
She committed suicide.
Suicide?
If she committed suicide, it would explain a lot of things we couldn't figure out. She volunteered to be in the cage, and then stabbed herself during the seance. It wouldn't matter how dark the room was.
But the sickle she was stabbed with was under the floor, right? If Tenko had stabbed herself, wouldn't the sickle still be inside the cage?
Oh my god. Mew actually said something smart.
Perhaps that explains why the floorboard was removed. After stabbing herself with the sickle, she threw it underneath the floor.
So she took off the floorboard to get rid of the sickle?
Yes, that makes sense to Gonta.
Well, it doesn't make sense to me. There's no reason for Tenko to commit suicide.
Maybe I wasn't too far off with the theory I had earlier. You know, about Tenko killing Angie.
Yeah?
Because Tenko and Angie were fighting for your attention, right? Tenko's pent-up frustration led her to commit such an atrocity. Her conscience couldn't handle it anymore, so she decided to end her own life.
What?
But if she was gonna kill herself, why do it during the seance?
She wanted to hide the truth of her suicide.
Really? Why?
There could only be one reason to hide it in a killing game, right? It's to take us down with her.
Look, that's the kind of spiteful shit I would do in a killing game. It's not Tenko's style, though.
Take us down?
She wanted us to pick the wrong answer during the class trial. So she could bring us all down. She wanted us to die with her.
She's not pulling a Nagito.
Okay, well, she probably just wanted Himiko to die with her, but still.
Rest of us collateral damage.
What are you saying? Tenko wasn't like that.
Tenko was a sweet girl who justifiably hated men.
She told me.
Keep your chin up and live life facing forward. Survive with me and everyone else.
What if all of that was just a lie?
A lie?
Wait, we should believe Tenko's last words.
The true terror of class trials is that you shouldn't believe everything said.
Himiko, you said that Tenko would never do anything like that. But how can you be so sure? Did you guys actually know each other? People keep all sorts of secrets. Like Maki. She hid the fact that she's a cold-blooded killer. Is it wise of us to trust other people wholeheartedly in this kind of situation?
Jeez, you're such a naive dude.
Naive?
We're all just people, you know? Of course we're gonna have some secrets. What matters is whether there's any malice behind them.
People can lie about how malicious their hidden secrets really are.
Well, duh. It's impossible to know for sure what others are thinking. That's why it all comes down to whether or not you believe in yourself. If you get betrayed, it's not their fault. It's your fault for believing in them. That's why I believed in Maki Roll, because I wanted to believe in her.
Just because you're acting all cool doesn't mean you get to skip training.
Hey, come on. Don't you think you're being a little too strict?
Well, we come from different backgrounds. So for now, let's agree to no one's ever called me naive before.
Whether or not I believe. My heart can't reach Tenko anymore. But I want to believe in her. She wouldn't commit suicide. She wouldn't try to take us down. That's what I want to believe.
Me too. Gonta no can believe Tenko commits suicide.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, that would answer all of our questions.
If you insist we believe in Tenko, then provide a reason to do so.
The proper
All right.
reason.
I'll give you a reason.
Alright, I'll give you a reason.
Is there a reason?
I don't know what's happening anymore. Everyone in this trial is so stupid.
Yes, there is.
Should I break out my
Will
little
you trust
clown
me,
nose?
Maki?
I'll bust out my little clown nose. If you guys are all gonna be clowns, I might as well look like one to match!
If it turns out I'm wrong, you can blame me all you like. But for now, I need you to trust in my detective work.
I don't believe Tenko would kill herself because of what she said. Okay, everyone. I'll see you guys after the seance. She said see you guys after. I doubt she had a sudden change of heart. Just because we don't know how she was killed doesn't mean that it was suicide. We shouldn't be satisfied with that, and if we keep thinking, we'll find the truth. And that means you have to believe in Tenko. I'll make them all believe.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person! But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
She could have secretly brought the sickle. And then stabbed herself with it!
Finally, with the last of her story.
I'll reveal the truth. Tenko couldn't have thrown the sickle under the floor because she died instantly.
Instantly?
Her death might not have been instant, but she couldn't have gone far before she bled out.
I'm certain of it. My investigation determined that she died instantly.
What's your opinion, Maki? I'd like to hear from someone who specializes in murder.
Maki.
You're right. I completely forgot about that important detail. Tenko died instantly.
I love that we keep getting our friends to back up our lies during murder trials. There is no euphoria quite like it.
What?
You know, I don't know if I've mentioned this story, but when I was a child and my parents were getting a divorce, my mom would tell me, would talk to me a lot about how she wanted to kill my dad. And she kept telling me that she had a whole plan of how she would get away with killing him. She had a detailed plan about how she would commit the murder. And then she would tell me that the reason she couldn't go through with it was because my grandmother refused to lie under oath to be her alibi. Because my grandmother said she couldn't swear on the Bible and then lie afterwards. And my mom always was exhibiting such ire against my grandmother for her refusal to lie under oath for her. And and I, being 6 and trying to be helpful, told my mom that I would lie under oath for her because I thought it would make her happy and stop crying all the time. And she said that no one would believe me. Anyway, I'm really glad my mom didn't kill my dad, but she really thought about it a lot. Oh, my mom's oh yeah, apparently, something that I should be more concerned about is that my mom once talked about killing me. The political situation in America is not great right now. And my mom, at one point, while trying to comfort me about it, said, "Don't worry. If things get too bad, I'll just kill you." And then my mom started going into detail about how she would mercy kill me to save me from America's downfall, and how she'd take me out for a fun day and feed me all my favorite foods, and then she would just pull into the garage, close the garage door, and leave the car exhaust running until we both died. And I was just like, okay, Mom. And then, I went and told my stepdad about that. And he was just, very upset with my mom and telling her she was not going to mercy kill the entire family. And then she told him that he didn't have to worry because she was only gonna kill me and herself, and she would leave him alive. Anyway, I don't talk to my mom anymore. I haven't spoken to her in, I think, over half a year. But yeah, that all seemed very normal to me, and I was very shocked when my therapist was horrified.
assassin. I specialize in killing my targets swiftly. I have no doubt that Tenko was killed immediately.
Words of a true killer. Pretty sure we can believe everything she said.
Thank you, Maki. Thank you for lying. Again, so good that no one was willing to lie under oath for my mom.
How could you forget that, Maki Roll? You better apologize to Shuichi.
Excuse me?
It's okay, Kaito, really. No apology necessary. Anyway, Tenko died so suddenly that she couldn't have gotten rid of the sickle.
My entire mom's side of the family does various criminal activities. My great-grandmother when my great-grandmother died and my great-aunt was looking through her house to divide her possession amongst the family, she found a box filled with guns that all had the serial numbers filed off. And then she had to go give those to the police.
Knowing that, the theory that she killed herself just doesn't fit, correct?
Just like I thought. Tenko wouldn't commit suicide.
Thank goodness, Himiko.
Also, did I mention that one of my uncles got arrested because he was trying to build a bomb in his garage?
Which means someone definitely killed Tenko during the seance.
Her suicide was considered because we could not determine how she was killed.
No! There must have been a way! We're gonna figure it out!
How? You're all so stupid.
Did any of the participants witness anything peculiar during the seance?
There was that loud noise.
If you know something, please speak up. It could be the key to solving this mystery.
Hey, my greatest crime is that I got a speeding ticket one time, and I paid the fine on that. Not a bad idea. You should remember what happened at the seance. Let me try to remember. I'm sure there's something. I need some kind of clue that will help me solve this mystery. Oh yeah, my dog did bite a child, and then I picked up my dog and ran away.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary during the
I
seance?
did do that.
There is something that bothers me.
I was 14
Fact
and
that
I
the
didn't want my
seance
dog
failed.
getting put down.
The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. How utterly strange.
Now that I think about it, while we were all singing the song, I heard something fall.
I agree! Himiko, you think that something fell because of that sound you heard, right?
It sounded like something heavy fell down and hit the floor really hard. It could have fallen down.
Fallen down? There wasn't anything on the ceiling that could have fallen down, right?
Am I wrong? I thought something fell, but
The sound was pretty loud. It did seem like something hit the floorboards.
A loud sound, like something hit the floorboards. Maybe that sound had something to do with the other thing that happened in the dark.
Oh no! This is it! I think the floorboard coming off had something to do with that sound. That floorboard came loose at some point during the seance, right?
Could the floorboard have made such a loud sound?
It was the sound of an intense impact.
If the impact was that intense, then it could have loosened the floorboard.
This is true. That would be strong to make a sound like... That would have to be a strong impact to make a sound like that.
All right then, let's go with that. We all gotta put our heads together now. So what made the floorboard come loose?
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard.
That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hid under floor, then stood up with such might.
But we already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the...
I agree. Kokichi is right. The floorboard came loose because someone stomped on it.
The floorboards fit perfect. Going to make sure first time we go to empty room.
When we first saw the room, yes. But when I looked again during the investigation... one of the cross pieces supporting the floorboards was cut off. After examining the cut, I concluded that it must have been done deliberately.
Someone? You mean the culprit, right? Why'd they do that?
What did the culprit stand to gain by cutting the crosspiece?
How did they stand to gain? That's the question. I'll solve this case. I need to carefully think about the crosspiece and the floorboard. Tenko's body was at one end of the loose floorboard. And the crosspiece that had been cut was on the other end of the floorboard. The unsupported part was outside the cage, so it could have been stomped on. Only the crosspiece was cut from where the other two were intact. One of them was right under Tenko, and the other was in the center, right about where the cage was. What was the culprit attempting to achieve by stomping on the floorboard? Come on, think. Oh no, are we here again? It's like a seesaw. Was the plan for it to just be enough that, that like Tenko would hit her head on the cage?
That's right. The floorboard might have been used as a seesaw.
A seesaw?
The crosspiece at one end of the floorboard had been cut off. The other two crosspieces holding up that board were close to the cage. Meaning, if you were to apply force to the end of the floorboard with no crosspiece, the next crosspiece would act as a fulcrum to turn the floorboard into a lever.
Her whole body lifted up?
Yeah, that sounds like a seesaw, all right. But why bother lifting Tenko's body?
They couldn't have killed Tenko like that, unless they used the sickle.
That's exactly it. Using the seesaw trick, it was possible to kill Tenko with a sickle.
Huh? How?
In order for the culprit to kill Tenko with a seesaw trick, the placement of the sickle is the most important factor.
The floorboard seesaw and the cage and the blood on the white fabric. What conclusion can I draw from this? There's only one place the sickle could have been that is consistent with the evidence.
That's it! The sickle was at the top of the iron cage, with the blade facing down. The reason we didn't see it was because of the fabric covering the cage. Also, the wooden statue kept the blade in place. It's true that the sickle's handle was thick, which made the statue wobble. But the statue's weight kept it from falling over. Once everything was in place, if you stepped hard enough on the seesaw, Tenko's body would have shot upward and hit the blade on the top of the cage. She was bent over, meaning the sickle's blade would have connected with her neck.
The 6-inch sickle blade wasn't long enough to stab Tenko in her crouched position. But with the floorboard acting as a seesaw, it could compensate for the blade's length.
Bringing the victim to the sickle rather than bringing the sickle to the victim. That's definitely an unorthodox idea.
It's crazy, but it would explain how Tenko got stabbed while she was in the cage.
So the sound we heard was the culprit stomping on the floorboard.
That impact make floorboard come loose.
Looks like we got ourselves a good old-fashioned seesaw homicide. Wait, what the hell's a seesaw homicide? That's fucking crazy!
Why is Miyu pronouncing homicide that way?
The craziness is what really makes the killing game fun, you know?
Am I pronouncing homicide wrong, or is Miyu pronouncing it wrong?
They can't get away with murder the normal way, so they gotta think outside the box. Kudos, culprit! You did a great job keeping me entertained.
Indeed. Well played, Himiko.
Yeah?
It was you, wasn't it? The one behind the seesaw homicide.
Huh? Why her?
Because she's the only one capable of carrying out this plan.
The only one? Why's that?
Because this seesaw homicide required its location to be prepared beforehand.
By cutting the crosspiece beneath the floorboard, you mean?
Then the culprit would need to lure their victim into the prepared room. That is why you chose that room for the seance. Is it not, Himiko?
However, there are 3 empty rooms. Which one should we use? The middle room. The middle room's always the best for stuff like this.
Oh yeah! Himiko was the one who chose the site for the seance!
She likely found out about my plans for the seance somehow.
You were quite vocal about the seance, Kyo. You even had instructions for it in your lab.
Our culprit, Himiko, prepared her seesaw trap ahead of time.
Wait a minute. No, wait a minute, though. Didn't... No, wait a minute. Kokichi went to look at one of the other rooms and fell through the floor because of what? Because of it being... Because of the cut in the floorboard there. I think whoever actually set this up... Oh, it was Kyo. Kyo did this. Kyo did this. Because if Kyo went and did this prep in all 3 of the rooms, which would explain why Kokichi fell through the floor, then Kyo could just, before doing the seance, ask, which room should we do it in? And then whoever answered and picked a room would be the fall guy.
Then she waited for me to host the seance and suggested the middle room.
All 3 rooms were set up like this, though. It's the perfect ploy.
She led us all into holding the seance right where she wanted it. Then, she killed Tenko, all according to plan.
That's a lie, right? Himiko did such a thing?
In the end, Himiko, who Tenko cherished and loved, tragically killed her.
Wait! We don't know that, right? He's wrong, right, Himiko? Himiko would never kill Tenko, right?
Kill Tenko? I killed Tenko?
Himiko?
What's wrong, Himiko?
It is true that using the middle room was Himiko's idea. But does that mean that Himiko really killed Tenko? Would something like that really happen? Something so cruel? Yes. Okay. This is a good point to save. And we will finish the trial tomorrow. I mean, I am positive that Koi Kyo was the one that killed Tenko. I'm positive that he set up all 3 rooms like that with the plan to be whoever picks which room they go in is the fall guy. But I don't know if Kyo also killed Angie. So it would be really interesting if someone else killed Angie and we all just had to live with Kyo being a killer. Because God, wouldn't Himiko try to freaking kill him to avenge Tenko? So many possibilities. For tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. Until next time, show's over!